Hi Hans, I'm just giving a shout out to the EHE Rare Cancer Charity. So please, if you can, get them donations in.
Hello, I'm Chris Tarrant. Would you all please donate as much as you possibly can to EHE? It's a great cause.
And I'm Jacob, and welcome!
Thanks for tuning into the EHE RCC live stream. We've got an incredible event ahead, and today we're here for something really important, raising awareness and funds for EHE, which is a rare and complex form of vascular cancer.
Yep, it's so rare, it affects only about 4 people per year in every 10 million of the population. That's like spotting a shooting star, but instead of making a wish, we need to take action.
Exactly. It can form in the organs, liver, lungs, bones, skin, you name it. And because it acts differently in every patient, it remains really tough to treat.
But that's where you come in, because together we can make a real impact.
That's right, and we've got a great show coming up. Expect special guest appearance, powerful personal stories, exciting fundraising challenges, and a cooking show. Because let's be honest, I've seen your cooking and it's a cry for help.
I'll have you know, my kitchen skills are top tier. Last week, I made a gourmet meal in under 5 minutes, thank you.
Let me guess, was it a pot noodle?
Well, look, I do need to work on my Michelin star, but let's get back to the real reason why we are here tonight.
Exactly. All donations go straight to funding crucial research and support for those affected by EHE. So if you want to help us make a real difference, just head to ehercc.org.uk or scan the QR code on your screen.
All donations go a long way and your generosity is truly appreciated. Thank you.
But speaking about cooking, we thought we'd bring in some guests who actually know what they're doing.
Yeah, too right. Up next, we've got a special bake-off competition with Liv, Ben and Tiago.
Over to you, Alexi.
Thank you, Nadine and Jacob, and welcome to the Charity Cupcake Bake-Off. Tonight, our 2 teams will be going head-to-head to create the most delicious cupcakes, but there's a twist. The ingredients they get to decorate will depend on how well they can lip-read their partner. Remember, this is a charity bake-off for EHE RCC, so keep those donations coming. Without giving away too much, let's meet our contestants. First up, we have the red team, Olivia and Emily. Woo! And competing against them, it's the yellow team, Ben and Tiago. Woo! Are you both ready?
Yeah.
Then let's begin. Woo! All right, let's begin. Both teams will be given a set of headphones and flashcards containing different decorative ingredients to choose from. One player from each team will be wearing noise-cancelling headphones and have to lip-read what their partner is saying in just 30 seconds. If they guess correctly, they win a chance to gain that ingredient for their cupcake decorating. However, there's a slight twist. There's only one item of each decoration listed. So it's first come, first serve. So which team's gonna get what? So contestants, can we get our headphones on the ready on our heads? Our headphones on our heads, lovely. Can we get cards ready? Our cards ready? Are your cards ready? Yours ready?
Yes.
Lovely, on the ready, steady, go.
Cupcake toppers.
Cupcake toppers.
Cupcake toppers.
Oh, no, I got red. So next one.
Chips.
Chocolate chips.
Sprinkles.
We got next one.
Sprinkles. Sprinkles. Yes.
Oh, nope. Yellow got it first.
Yellow food dye.
Yellow food dye. Yellow got it.
Marshmallows.
We got it. No, we got it. They got that one first.
Piping bags. Piping bags. Yes.
Yellow.
Maltesers.
Yellow.
Red food dye. Red food dye. Yeah.
Yellow.
Frosting.
Yes.
Red.
Icing sugar.
Yes. Icing sugar.
Red. Right, that's it.
Okay, fine.
All right, we have our decorations locked in, and now it's time to get baking. After a very competitive game, you've now got 15 minutes to make the best cupcake batter you can. Yellow team, are you ready?
I'm ready. Yeah.
Red team, are you ready?
Yeah, we're ready.
Your time starts now.
Be quick.
Okay, Yellow team seems very prepared.
Oh, I don't. I'll do.
Oh, but Red's got an early start. They're already opening packets. Oh, yellow team, very experienced bakers over here, I see.
This isn't creaming.
Indeed, it's kind of, it's kind of working.
What are they?
I've heard squishing it on the side of the bowl can help.
You've heard, thank
I've
you.
heard rumours.
I've
That's a
also.
good rumour. I agree with that rumour.
It's supposed to look like this.
Okay, and then just
Are we having technical difficulties over on the yellow team with the scales? That's not good.
Do you do that? Do you do that? No,
You
my
gotta
arm
figure
hurts.
it
Can you
out?
mix for a bit?
There's only two in this
I don't know what's going on
backboard.
with this one. Yeah, lovely. Oh, we actually have creamed it quite well.
There's a bit on the spoon you have to get off. Oh, it's gone to 0 now.
Somehow.
Do you want me to break the eggs into here? What do you need?
No, I think we need to.
Come on, team,
it's the
you've
flour.
got
We need
this.
to
Whenabouts do we put the
88 grams of flour.
Okay. Now the girls have an extra step with their cocoa powder, but they're taking the challenge by storm. A spillage. Oh no! Never!
Oh
Be
no.
nice and careful.
Crack the eggs, crack the eggs.
Have you put it?
Oh, yellow team are embracing the chaos.
That works.
We're just squishing them and going for it. Squishing. Oh, we got some shell in there.
No, there's no shell in
Squish and
there.
go technique.
Go. Yeah.
Yes, it needs to be in the cases, ready to go in the air fryer. Oh, it's all right. A little bit of mess up here, a little bit of mess up there.
Just put it in.
It's going very fast for 15 minutes. You had time. You could have slowed down.
Well, now we know. Well, we know
I
for
don't know
next
where the
time.
rumour started of it being 5 minutes. I'm freaking out over here.
They might have put a few in anyway. Just
Is that just for like support?
We were all convinced there was only 5 minutes.
fill 6 cupcakes into the batter and put into the air fryer and cook 40 minutes.
I'm going to need that other spoon. Oh, this is.
We could kind of double spoon.
I suppose is it a well mixed batter?
I started using my
Okay. Now, how are we going over on the yellow team? Yellow team has some very yellow cupcakes.
I know. They look nice and
They
vanilla-y.
do look good. I'm excited to try them.
Do you like the taste of vanilla by any chance?
I do like the taste of vanilla. Why do we ask?
I'm glad.
Because we have lots and lots of vanilla in here for you.
Oh dear, I see how much is missing from the bottle.
Yeah, mate. Well,
That's quite a considerable amount.
that's not too much, is it?
Should we put some chocolate chips? Like, I think
Your
they'll
mum
burn.
inspired your cooking.
I'll put them inside.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean? It's like a bit of-
Honestly, this is amazing. You guys are fantastic cooks.
Is that bad?
I should give you all chef hats.
Yeah, that's
I'm very impressed.
Is that actually? Are you?
It's fine.
You want to try it?
Okay. Them and that. Why am I shaking? Why they not put the cocoa powder in? Because they're not making chocolate ones. Oh. Can you get the hair out my face, please? Okay.
Are we taste testing our hands?
Can we taste test?
There's raw egg, so it is to your discretion.
Why are you
Raw
looking?
egg, I mean the batter has raw egg, so you lick it.
Just lick your
is
finger a bit.
To you.
I think I'm quite proud of that. Should we try and smooth them out a bit?
It's in. And luckily you have 4 more minutes to make them perfect. Oh, red team have submitted their cupcakes.
We're done.
And you're looking very messy, very lovely. How do we feel?
Bit messy.
Was it fun? Did you enjoy yourself?
It was just incredibly fun.
and
it's
very messy.
Yeah.
I'm loving the look of this floor.
Thank you.
We just got really into it.
We got too excited. There's even an eyelash on the floor.
I'll hold the drawer.
Right,
actually,
are
while
all
you
our
do it,
cakes
just
in the air
I
fryer?
can foresee something really bad happening.
That would be dreadful. Right, let's make sure it's not too squished in the
Yeah.
corner. This is the perfect one, I think.
I think that's the one that we. That was our yeah. That one is the
Right,
best
are we in? Right,
Wait,
we'll close it up.
Good. We're just making sure final adjustments.
There we
I
are.
mean,
good.
you have
Yeah.
time. All
Lovely.
right.
Look at that,
And
2
your
minutes,
cupcakes have
10 to
been
go.
submitted. Now that is it. Thank you for putting your cupcakes into the air fryer. Now we're going to have a 15-minute timer for those to cook, and we'll be back as soon as they're ready.
Well, I don't know about you, but I'm craving cupcakes now.
Oh, same. I would never have got as far as they did, though.
That's because you mistaken bacon with burning.
I mean, that is very harsh, but completely fair.
Anyway, the cupcakes aren't finished just yet. We'll check back soon to see the final creations.
Yeah, but for now, we're taking a quick break from the kitchen because we've got 2 very special guests joining us.
That's right. We're joined by Hugh Leonard, the CEO of EHE RCC, and his wife Sally Baker to talk about the charity, its mission, and everything that goes in the fight against EHE.
Yeah, but let's jump straight into it. Please welcome Hugh and Sally. Nice to have you with us.
Thank
Well,
you very
thanks
much,
very
guys. Lovely to be here with you.
So, Hugh, could you tell us more about who you are?
Yeah, my name is Hugh Leonard. I am the husband of an EHE patient, this wonderful woman here, Sally, who I'm very pleased is on the sofa with me. And in 2015, because Sally is a patient, we founded the EHE Rare Cancer Charity, which we also call EHE RCC.
Yeah, amazing. So what inspired you to turn such a difficult situation into something positive and start a charity?
EHE is an ultra-rare cancer. It stands for Epithelioid Hemangioendothelioma. It affects less than 1 patient in every million in the population. So we get, on average, 20 to 25 patients a year in the UK. Ultra-rare. And that has 2 immediate impacts. The first, it leaves patients feeling very isolated. And secondly, because it's so rare, we don't know much about the disease, so we have no approved treatment and no cure. And so we wanted to try and do something to help with those 2 issues, bring patients together and at the same time raise the money for the research that's so badly needed.
Hopefully we'll raise a lot today. Could you take us back to the moment where you and Sally have received a diagnosis for EHE?
Well, I was a young mum, two young boys, and had some pains, had scans. I had ultrasound, CT scan, MRI, mammograms, PET scans. I had so many scans over a period of about 6 months, and eventually they diagnosed me with EHE. And being so rare, there was just no information out there, and anything that you'd found online was just way too scary to even contemplate. And so, eventually, I joined a Facebook group, and the charity set up then.
And Hugh, what was it like for you as a husband, seeing your partner go through this?
It was incredibly stressful. It's shattering, and any cancer diagnosis is shattering for anyone. But as Sally said, when you're told you've got cancer, and by the way, it's super rare, we know nothing about it, and there are no treatments, it just leaves you completely staggered. I remember sitting in the consultation room, and the doctor had gone off with Sally to do an inspection, and his piece of paper was on the table, and I was looking at it upside, and I couldn't touch it. I just couldn't even, I wanted to turn it around, but it does weird things to you. It's a very, very shocking experience, I have to tell you.
So then, how the EHE RCC is coming together, what kind of support do you offer to patients?
Well, we've established, the Facebook group is global, so we have 85 countries now involved, and that's not just the UK, there's America, Australia, Canada, Italy are all involved. They all have foundations as well. So that's great, and that's brought the community together, and we couldn't have done that without social media. It's absolutely fantastic. But the other thing that we had no idea whether it would work or not was whether we could actually raise the funds. And we have been absolutely bowled over by the support we've had from colleagues, families, friends of patients, etc. And today we've raised nearly £1.5 million in the UK to drive research.
Incredible.
And that's critical, because without the research we can't answer the biological questions that ultimately will identify the therapeutic targets.
Yeah, so what does EHE RCC actually stand for?
Well, it's actually Epithelioid Hemangioendothelioma Rare Cancer Charity.
I'm glad we shortened it.
Yeah, it's a mouthful. It's a mouthful. And yes, it took a long time before I could say it properly. But
yeah, don't ask me to.
What are your hopes then for the future of the charity?
The hope we all have is that the research that we're funding and that is ongoing is going to have that breakthrough moment that will lead to a real therapeutic breakthrough where we can at least stabilise the disease, if not cure it. And one of the things that is so fantastic is the brilliant researchers that we have working now in Italy, in the UK, in America, in Australia, all working to try and answer the questions we need to answer to get to that treatment. It's really inspiring watching it. If they weren't there, I think it would be just a dreadful, you just have hope, and that's all you would have. And the results that we're seeing from that research are already really special. We found biomarkers, we've got observational studies happening, etc. So really brilliant.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Hugh and Sally, thank you so much for joining us and sharing all of this with us. It really means a lot.
Yeah, we really appreciate your time. But before we let you go, one quick question. Can you run 10K?
I'm afraid my running days are long gone, but I'm really pleased to say we have a lot of people who will take up that challenge.
Well, lucky for you, some amazing people have done exactly that to mark 10 years of EHE RCC by taking on the Bay Run.
Yeah, but let's have a little look.
Hello, welcome to Bournemouth. We're here to run the Vitality Bournemouth Bay 10K.
And we're here to fundraise for the EHE Rare Cancer Charity.
Some of my friends are running the 10K.
And some of my friends are running the 5K.
Let's go!
So I've been educated from someone who hasn't known what any of this EHE charity or cancer is, to someone who's started to develop an understanding. And
so you spread awareness?
Yeah, we spread awareness, and I think it's good to get charities like this known throughout the community, so coming to events like this is a really good positive thing.
And for me, obviously it's a rare cancer charity, and the way I know it is because actually I have a family member who has it, and I wanted to do this for them, to show my support for them, and also for the entire charity, and that's why I'm here today, is to help a good cause.
I mean, events like this are fun, I suppose. Well, fun for the people watching it, but it's just a good way to fundraise.
I'm slightly nervous. I'm hoping to get under an hour and 5 minutes.
An hour
and 5 minutes.
Not a bad time.
Yeah. If I do that, I'll be happy. Yeah.
No, I think I'm going to be good, I think. I'm about 5 out of 10, I think. I'll be, it's just, I'm going to take it slow, I'm going to get there to the end, I'm going to see the long game.
I'm going to be crawling to the finish. It's EHE! Hello everyone, I'm Daniel, that's Ben, say hello Ben.
Hello.
Today we're running for EHE Rare Cancer Charity, and 10k for the 10-year anniversary of the charity.
My victory meal, spoons, a beer, yeah.
Another beer as well.
And another beer, yeah.
And another beer.
Yeah.
And then maybe another few.
Plus 2 more, yeah.
8 beers.
9.
10.
Yeah. I've got the medal at the end of the day, so I'm happy.
That's all that matters.
Yeah.
I motivated you.
We motivated each other.
Yeah, I think my singing definitely helped.
Yeah.
I sang a bit of Robbie Williams, Metallica, Guns N' Roses. Can't go wrong with that, and that's what you need.
Welcome to EHE Rare Cancer Charity Bournemouth Bay Run. We've just done the 10K.
And now we're going to do the 5K.
Have you ever run a 5K before? Is this your first? Oh yes, you have.
I mean, me, Holly, and one of our other friends, Ethan, who ran the 10K. We've been training every other day, honestly. So my legs still kind of hurt from the last week. Yeah.
Good luck, guys. Woo!
Let's go!
Yeah, go on, Holly. Go, Holly. Yeah, run. Come on, guys. Well done.
Well done.
Woo!
Actually pretty good, and it's my first time running for a cause like this, and I would definitely like to take part in the next coming races as well. So, yeah.
It feels amazing. I'm proud of myself and I'm proud of running for a cause and raising awareness.
Massive congratulations to everyone who took part in the Bay Run. You absolutely smashed it and raised so much awareness and money for EHE along the way.
Yeah, amazing effort. But I've got to be honest, I reckon I could have beaten a lot of you.
You couldn't run a bad, Jacob.
Yeah, okay. All jokes aside, today's been full of incredible moments. And if you haven't had a chance to donate yet, now is the perfect time. Just head over to ehercc.org.uk or scan the QR code on your screen. Every little bit truly helps.
Absolutely. And to help us understand just how much that support truly means, we're now joined by not one, but two incredible guests with very personal stories to share. Please welcome Kim Alexander-Bird and Sue Parkinson. Welcome, ladies.
Thank you.
It's so good to have you both here with us. How's your day been so far?
It's been really good, yeah. Yeah, fabulous. Thank you.
We've been really looking forward to speak to you. So could you tell us a bit more about each of yourselves?
Yeah, I was diagnosed in April 2023. I've got underactive thyroid, and with the medication I have to have regular blood checks, and over a period of about 18 years my liver function was slightly raised, but the doctors were always saying, don't worry, if you've got a cold, etc., it can be raised. And then in 2022 I said, right, can we get this checked? And they said, right, reduce your medication. 6 months later it was still raised, so they said, right, we're doing an ultrasound on your liver. And then I got a phone call saying they found something, can you come in? And I was told it was secondary liver cancer. And I said, why secondary? And they said, because it's very rare to get liver cancer in the Western world. So they did some checks, etc. Then I had CT scans, MRIs, biopsies. The first biopsy didn't show anything, normal cancer cells, regularly, like breast cancer, etc. So they did another one, still said we can't work out what it is. So they sent the sample off to the King's College London, this liver specialist, and because they'd seen it before, they knew it was cancer straight, EHE. And then when I got the phone call to say, can you come in? And then they said, really sorry to tell you you've got cancer. It's 1 in 1 million worldwide, very rare. And I said, oh, so I am rare then. So, and then it was going on that journey of like, what treatment? Oh, there is no treatment. It doesn't respond to normal chemotherapy, radiotherapy, etc. So with livers, usually they can do a resection or a transplant, but you have to be really, really poorly for that to go ahead. So at the moment I'm on watch and wait, a bit like Sally. So I have regular scans every 6 months, and luckily, touch wood, so far it's just very, very minimal growth. So you just try and carry on, live your life. And, as the charity, the motto is just live. So we all just try and get on with our lives. And sometimes you forget you've got cancer, because when you've not got many symptoms, you just get on with your life. And then other days, sometimes it overwhelms you and you feel really, but we've got a WhatsApp group that we all chat to each other, all the UK cancer patients. And when you get new people joining, they're kind of scared and worried as well. So when they can meet someone or chat to people who've been through it, and they know that people have survived for so many years, it gives you hope.
Of course.
And that's what you kind of hang on to.
What about you, Sue?
Well, my story is slightly different from Kim's. About 8 years ago, I noticed I had a very small lump on my leg, and several GPs over the years said, oh, it's probably nothing, don't worry about it. I didn't worry about it. But then last year I noticed it had got a bit bigger, so I thought I'd like to get rid of it. And after it was removed, it was sent away for testing. And I had a phone call from the consultant to say, you're 1 in a million. And I said, is that good news or is that bad news? And he explained to me that I had this ultra rare sarcoma called EHE that they didn't know a great deal about. In fact, the main hospital for where I live in Wales, I was only the second person they'd come across in 10 years. But through my own research on the internet, I found the WhatsApp group that Hugh Leonard had set up. And that was a huge relief to find that there were people who'd had EHE for a number of years and were doing fine. And I also discovered that the Royal Marsden Hospital in London was the centre of excellence. So
thanks to the wonders of technology, I have my scans locally in Wales, and the oncologists at the Royal Marsden are able to look at them, and I'm also on watch and wait to see if the cancer has spread. And there are some nodules in my lungs, but they're keeping a close watch on them with regular scans, and touch wood, so far so good. I'm fine, so I feel very, very fortunate.
Yeah. And just quickly, what is the hardest thing about being on watch and wait?
Well, people say to you, "Oh, are you in remission? What have you had treatment?" And it's like, no, and they don't understand, and it's really hard to, because it's so rare, nobody understands it. So it's just the scary thing is it going to grow in my next scan, sort of thing. So that's, you always going in with that. They call it scanxiety because you're anxious about your scans. So it's the main thing. It's scanxiety. Yeah.
Well, we wish you all the best anyway. And hopefully today we'll raise money to continue the research and then continue that process and get more progress into it. Anyway, thank you so much for being with us and sharing your story. It's incredibly powerful and we're so grateful to have you here.
Yeah, honestly guys, just seeing your strength, it is so inspiring, and we know it will mean a lot to everyone watching right now.
Thank
you. It's stories like yours that really highlight how important specialist care is for people living with EHE. Having doctors who truly understand the condition and researchers working on it can make all the difference.
Yep, exactly. These are the research professionals whose support is so critical to supporting patients in doing what they can do to better understand the disease.
Let's take a look at that incredible work they're doing.
I'm Dr. Andrew Jenks. I'm a senior scientific officer in the Paul Pang lab.
I'm Matt. I'm a second year PhD student in Paul Pang's lab. Yeah.
My name is Zach Forster. I'm a PhD student at the ICR.
I am Yasmin Akhtar. I work as the higher scientific officer in Paul Pang lab.
My name is Afur Chaudhry. I'm a clinical research training fellow at the Institute of Cancer Research.
My name is Leo. I started as a PhD student in the group, and after 4 years now, I've finished my PhD program and I've recently transitioned to a higher scientific officer.
My name is Jeffrey Zhang. I am the higher scientific officer.
My name is Kan Lo, and I'm actually a higher scientific officer working in Paul Pang's lab.
Our lab mostly focuses on trying to understand the biology of sarcomas, which are a type of rare cancer which are comprised of connective tissues like bone, muscle, and fat. So we try and understand how the proteins, which are building blocks of life, vary across different subtypes and how we can exploit these to try and improve treatments for patients.
There are many different types of sarcomas, and we try to use various different techniques and ways to try and understand why they develop, how they're different, and ultimately hoping to find new ways to manage and treat patients with sarcomas.
We have this technology called cell culture, where we can take tumours from patients and then we can grow them into plastic dishes, like petri dishes. And then once we can do that, and we have this cell, it's called a cell line that will continuously grow within these plastic dishes, we can then treat them with different drugs to see if they're sensitive or resistant to different drugs. Then we can do different experiments to see the mechanisms through which they're either resistant or sensitive. And this allows us to establish new therapeutics, which can then be hopefully implemented down the line as potential drugs in the future.
Usually it's a mixture of wet lab work and dry lab. So a mixture of lab work and computational work. Often the wet lab days are long, and then you try and fit in analysis and admin in between.
I think the charity is very important, especially for rare cancers. As you guys know, we are not working on some very popular cancer, which have a lot of funding available for you to apply. So if you want to do more research, of course, we need more funding. And sometimes for this charity, like they have another side of the fundings that we could apply for that's specific for the rare cancer.
Everyone at the group has a different project. It's pretty much half the lab is cell-based, cell culture-based, and half the lab is proteomic-based.
Sample size is obviously a challenge. So something our lab's been very good at working with. We work with this thing called like formalin-fixed paraffin-embedded material. It's a really difficult material to work with because the sample it's very well stored and very well preserved, but it's very difficult to get things out of that material. But it's the only way to store samples for such a long time and thereby give us the sample size to actually perform these studies.
So there are many different ways the public can get involved. I guess first and foremost is to get involved with charities like the EHE Foundation so that they can participate in fun runs, that kind of thing, and contribute generally to the organization. Another way is to try and spread awareness of rare cancers. As I said, there isn't really a lot of awareness of these, and they're historically underserved, both in terms of funding, but also the amount of attention they receive. So disseminating information about EHE is really crucial, to be it through friends and family or broader networks.
I mean, yeah, if you're passionate about it, just follow your passion. If you want to study at university, I advise to biology at university, and just, pursuing your dreams. Even if you don't have a degree, there's still ways of getting into this research without degrees. You can find jobs here, and everything helps no matter what you do in the institute. It's all one big team.
All the charity who donate, charity organization, all the people who is donating, supporting our research, we are grateful, because without their support, science or scientists cannot work alone to fight cancer. So a huge applause for them.
That was truly enlightening. A huge thank you to the doctors for sharing their insights and for the care they give to patients and families every single day.
Absolutely. The support they offer makes such a difference, and it is a real powerful reminder of how important it is to have the right people by your side through something as important as EHE.
Absolutely. Now, we're not slowing down. There is still big things coming.
Yes, that's right. And in case you're just joining us, we're your hosts for today's EHE Rare Charity Livestream. I'm Jacob.
And I'm Nadine, and we're so glad you're here with us. That means a lot, and there is still exciting moments ahead.
Yeah, but before we move on, let's take a quick moment to remind everyone why today is so important.
So we're here today to raise awareness and funds for EHE, which is a rare and complex form of vascular cancer.
Exactly, and what makes EHE so challenging is that it can behave completely differently in each patient, making it incredibly difficult to treat.
That's why we need your help. So if you haven't had the chance already, please consider donating. Every donation counts.
It's super easy to donate. Just head to ehercc.org.uk or scan the QR code on your screen. Every little bit helps, and together we can make a huge difference. So thank you.
And speaking of making a difference, we've got some incredible moments still to come, including amazing fundraising activities that have been in the works, a fun heads or tails with our lovely audience, which can get involved with prizes, and take a look to the lab where real progress is being made. Plus, we'll be heading back to the kitchen to see how those final bakes turned out. And of course, we'll be checking in our live total to see how your generosity is stacking up.
Oh, I can't wait for that, especially as well for the heads or tails.
True. You did remember to bring a coin,
A
right?
coin?
Yes, Jacob, the coin.
Oh, I've got one, don't worry, I've got one.
Oh my God.
It's not like I've come unprepared. I've got one here and I am buzzing.
I was a second away to use the cupcakes instead.
I mean, you still might have to. I could lose it.
Well, while Jacob is busy flipping cupcakes and coins...
excuse me, multitasking is the correct answer.
We want to take a moment to celebrate you.
Yes.
Everyone watching, everyone donating and getting involved from all over.
Yeah, this is what it's all about. From quiz nights to cupcake decorating to full-on gaming marathons, you have been smashing it.
And we loved seeing every moment.
Roll the montage.
My name is Robin Jones, and I'm a medical oncologist at the Royal Marsden Hospital in London and the Institute of Cancer Research. And I'm head of the sarcoma unit at the Royal Marsden and professor at the Institute of Cancer Research. And my speciality is sarcomas. Sarcomas are very rare tumours, probably accounting for about 1% of adult cancers, but there are over 100 different types of sarcoma. all rare cancers altogether account for about 20 to 25% of cancers. So when you add all of these rare cancers together, they make up a very large proportion of all cancers. So funding for individual rare types of cancer, such as EHE, is very, very important.
Hi Hans, I'm just giving a shout out to the EHE Rare Cancer Charity. So please, if you can, get them donations in. Sending lots of love.
Hello, I'm Chris Tarrant. Would you all please donate as much as you possibly can to EHE? It's a great cause and it could happen to you. Thank you so much.
Hello, everyone! Okay, who wants to have some fun? Yeah? All right, that wasn't loud enough. Who wants to have some fun? I'm ready to have some fun. We're going to play a little game called Heads or Tails. So I'm going to ask every single one of you to stand up on your feet for me. The rules, they're nice and easy, don't you worry. I'm going to flip a coin, and all you have to do is to predict whether it's going to land on heads or tails. If you think it's going to land on heads, put your hands on your heads. But if you think it's going to be tails, put your hands on your tails. Make of that what you will. I think it's around there. So I got to warn you, my coin flipping skills aren't the greatest, but we're going to give it a go. We're going to see how it goes today. Who's excited? Yeah! Right, let's have a go. I'll flip the first coin, or attempt to anyway. There we go. Oh, what do we think? What do we think? Everyone make up your minds. Okay, we got lots of heads. Any tails? Is anyone going tails? Yes, one. Okay, right. Oh, two. We got two. Okay. I kind of hope it's heads because that'll make the game a lot longer, but let's have a look. It's heads! Yes! So if you could take a seat, all you tails. Oh, there was more tails hiding behind there. Okay, we've still got some heads left. All right, we're going to flip the coin again now and have a look. Okay. Everyone, please make a decision. Oh, okay. Yeah, we've got some tails, but still a lot of heads. A few tails. All right. Well, it's heads again. Okay, we still got some people left. All right, this is fun. Okay, let's flip again. Please, what do we think? Heads or tails? Make a decision now. Okay, so we got 1, 2, 3 heads and 3. What are you, heads or tails? Make a decision. Heads. Okay, 4 heads and 2 tails. Let's have a look. It's tails for the first time. So we've got 2 people left. You want to come on over to the front? Come on over, guys. These are our two tails right here, guys. Come here if that's all right, next to you. What are your names, guys?
Megan.
And
Charlotte.
Have you guys been enjoying the live stream so far? Yeah, all right. Okay. Final flip, eh? Well, maybe. Let's have a look. Okay. Please, make your decisions now. Okay, one is going heads and one is going tails. Well, let's have a look, shall we? It's heads! Congratulations! You win! Oh, after the show, we're going to sort you out with a little bit late, but we're going to sort you out with an Easter egg. Please tell me you like chocolate.
Yeah.
Good, that would have been so embarrassing if you didn't. Guys, who enjoyed that? Yay! I felt like I was in primary school all over again. It was so much fun. Thank you guys for coming along to watch. That was so much fun. I love that. Okay, back to Nadine in the studio.
Thank you, Jacob, and congratulations to our winner. That was an incredible watch. Now we're diving into the science behind understanding EHE. Doctors and researchers are working tirelessly to uncover new insights and treatment for this rare condition. Their work is crucial in helping us make a real progress, and it truly highlights the importance of ongoing research. Let's take a look at what they're doing.
So within this lab, we do a technique called tissue culture. So this tissue culture is called an in vitro technique. And in vitro means you can you basically do an experiment within plastic or glass. So what we've developed here is that we've taken patient samples, so tumour samples, and we've then basically dissociated the cells up, so they're in single cells. And then we've cultured them in different growth media so that they grow within these plastic dishes. And this whole process is called tissue culture. And this is very useful. It's kind of a model we have for cancer, and it allows us to grow the tumours away from patients, so we're able to test different drugs on them to see what they're sensitive to and what they could potentially be resistant to as well. And so it's really just a really useful model we have that we're able to very finely manipulate and change the conditions to develop very kind of specific experiments that we can test on the cancer cells.
So you can see, as an example, in my hand, so this is what we call FFPE blocks, or formalin fixed paraffin embedded blocks. This is essentially a part of the actual tumors from patients that has been removed surgically, and then they've been preserved in formalin and a special type of wax. And this way they can be stored at room temperature for many, many years without them integrating. So even many years later down the line, we still can use these samples for our experiments, and we can gain valuable insight into them.
So you can see, for example, at a very big picture level, this whitish region here is the tumor, and then you can see the reddish color around the edges. So by looking at these, even just by eye, you can start to see the variation between the different kinds of samples, and you can see how they look very different in shape, in color, in size. And that's pretty reflective of what happens in terms of the actual clinical disease as well. What we can do is take microscope slides of these blocks. So an example here, if you see the pinkish color, is what's called a hematoxylin and eosin slide. So these are used both in terms of research, but also in the clinic to try and understand what tumors look like. And you can actually see that this pinkish one overlays with the paraffin block. There's a very big difference in terms of the two different sides. So on one side, you can see lots of cells, which are in a purple, the darker purple colors are cell nuclei, so the nucleus of the cell. Yeah. And this varies in shape and size and appearance across different subtypes of sarcoma. And on the other side, you can see this kind of very flat, wavy, pinkish color, which is normal muscle. And so pathologists are very, very good at seeing the differences between different types of tissue and being able to tell between tumor and normal, healthy tissue. And one of the difficulties is that we don't have any specific treatments for EHE because we simply don't understand very much about the disease. And so a lot of this kind of work aims to try and group patients together, as Leo said, to try and understand if there are any common biological characteristics that exist that might be exploited to try and treat these more effectively. And that's kind of done both here and downstairs in tissue culture.
So this is one of the rare EHE cell lines that we currently have to do research on. And as I mentioned earlier, this is a collaboration between ICR London with Milan from Italy lab. And the way that they generate this cell line is basically from patients. So when a patient is diagnosed with EHE rare cancer, they took a piece of the tumors from the patients and implant into the mouse. And when the tumors grow, and then they took the tumors from the mice and dissociate them into single cells and then try to grow them on plastic. So it's many steps in between from patients to this cell lines model that we can actually use in the lab. So as we already know that EHE is quite rare, it's very, very rare, and the amount of the materials that we can get from patient is very limited. And not every piece of the tumors could be successfully cultured into a flask like this. So this is one of the biggest challenges for working with ultra rare cancer, which is we don't have many of the models that we can work with to investigate the cancer in general.
So we collaborate with other research teams across Europe and across the world to try and share knowledge and materials to try and work together. But in addition, we also work with clinical crews, so teams at hospitals. And we, for example, work with the Royal Marsden Sarcoma Unit. And they are able to work with us to both share samples, but also, and I think this is crucial, share the clinical questions that they're facing. So to try and understand what it is they need to be solved so that we can start to design questions that then have an application for patients in the clinic.
A huge thank you to the doctors and researchers for their time. That was really interesting.
Yeah, and I think we can all come away today feeling like we've learned something new.
Yep, all of that work, the hours in the labs, the endless research, it's not just science for science's sake, it's helping real people through some of the toughest moments of their lives.
Absolutely, and we're lucky enough to be joined by those very people today. People who have experienced EHE and are kindly going to share their stories with us.
Yes, please welcome back Sally Baker and Hugh Leonard. Hi guys.
Well,
Hi.
thank you. Would you feel comfortable telling us how your journey with EHE first started?
Yes, it started with some pains, which led to 6 months of endless scans, endless doctor's appointments. It was a bit like a roller coaster because they'd say, no, it's fine, no, you've got cancer, no, it's fine, no, we don't think it's anything, yes, it's cancer. And this went on for 6 months, having had so many different scans, which was obviously incredibly difficult to deal with. You know, I had two young children at that point, and so when they did finally diagnose it, I went into depression, had all that to deal with, and it was just an incredibly difficult time for all of us. And the research that we, you know, when we Googled it, it was so scary.
Of course.
And I mean, we did find out that there's an indolent form and there's an aggressive form, and at the moment, like I've had this for 20 years and it's more or less remained stable. Unlike a lot of cancers, there's no treatment, so the tumours are all still there. I have it on my liver and my lungs. It can often present in more than one place, which is again quite unusual, and why doctors think that it's metastasised and it confuses them. So it's been pretty tough.
How does it affect you on a daily basis?
Mostly it doesn't. Mostly it's fine. We have a motto, just live, for the charity, and I do that. You know, I've got 3 kids. Obviously they're grown up now, but we have a dog, and I just try and, you know, live my life as normal as possible. But because you know that the tumours are there and you know that it can turn aggressive, every little ache and pain makes you wonder, oh, what's that? Why is that happening? So that it's the emotional side that's the hardest to live with, really.
Of course.
That just live is a motto of the EHE patient community now, worldwide. And it's really important because EHE patients are determined that this cancer will not define them. They want to get on with their lives. They get up every day and they face the cancer and they say, get out of the way, I have a life to live. And that's really important. And that's just live. And that's why we love the fact that we've got a cupcake challenge and heads and tails in this, because that's what EHE and cancer is about, getting on with life, you know, enjoying yourselves.
Of course, so you just said getting on with life and having hope. So what do you do in these days? What makes you feel better? What makes you feel stronger?
Getting out, walking the dog is probably the best thing, because it's just good to get out and get the fresh air, and, you know, it takes your mind off things.
Of course.
Yeah.
So looking back now, what is the one thing that you wish you knew earlier?
Through the diagnosis, or knowing that it will remain indolent. Obviously we have lost quite a lot of patients along the way, and because it's quite a small community, you know, we'll feel that with everybody. So I'm just grateful that so far, touch wood, mine has remained indolent and not, I mean, had little bits of growth, but yeah.
I wish you the best of luck for the rest. And
Thank you.
How do you feel about seeing that much of people coming together with the EHECR and coming along for the research and fund and raise? How do you find that?
It's inspiring. It is absolutely inspiring. And one of the great things about such a rare cancer is I know all the patients. We know all the patients by name. Wow. I can guarantee you the CEO of Cancer Research UK doesn't know any of his patients. You know, we know them all. We get to know them as friends. And as Sally said, when we lose one of them, it's heartbreaking. You know, I've been to 4 or 5 funerals so far. And those funerals, that loss drives us on every day to do more, work harder, turn every stone we can to find the cure that we need for this disease.
Of course. And how does it feel to know that you have a community with you and you have people being with you and following you and supporting you?
It's fantastic. I mean, I've had incredible support from family and friends, you know, right through from when I was first diagnosed, or, you know, trying to diagnose, you know, people were so supportive, you know, and he's amazing. I mean, he pretty much runs the charity. So yeah, it's brilliant.
And I think on a broader scale, it's the support that those communities provide in terms of fundraising. We're beginning to understand this disease. We understand the fusion proteins that drive it. We really have made great progress, and that's because people have donated money that has allowed us to run the research. £1 here, £5 there. It aggregates together to give us real funding. And the researchers are there to do the work if we can fund it. So that's what today is about, isn't it? It's about awareness and fundraising.
Of course.
Yeah, no, it's just, it's incredible just watching this. How does it affect your children?
Well, actually, because I wasn't really experiencing very many symptoms, we didn't tell them for a very long time. We waited until they were sort of, adults really, before we told them. And we were able to say, for me, luckily, it's stable. So they sort of took comfort from that, I hope. I don't know whether they might be watching today. So yeah, but it's hard. Yeah.
I think we'll both live to 90 and they'll be wheeling us around in
and I hope that you do as well. Guys, just talking to you, it's been an absolute pleasure. So thank you both so much for being here today. It's been, like I said, a pleasure just hearing your stories. It's been so fascinating and inspiring as well.
Your strength is so inspiring, and I'm sure it means a lot for everyone who's watching today.
Yeah, and to everyone watching at home, if you haven't donated yet, please do. Stories like this remind us just how important it is to donate.
Remember, it's super easy. Just head to ehercc.org.uk or scan the QR code on your screen.
Right, we're getting very close now to revealing our live fundraising total.
But before that, let's head back to the kitchen.
Yep, back over to you, Alexi.
Now that both our teams have cooked their cupcakes, it's time to get decorating. Red team, would you like to present your cakes so far? What are they looking like? Oh, looking pretty good, nice and tasty. I'm liking them. Yellow team, what are our cakes looking like at the moment? Oh, delicious! Oh, I'm liking that one in the corner. It looks pretty good. Good luck to both teams. Now we have a 5-minute time. You have 5 minutes to make your cupcakes. Are you ready?
Yes, we're ready.
Are you steady?
Yeah.
Let's decorate some cupcakes.
Let's go.
Very sad. Oh, okay. How are we doing, yellow team? Oh, we're doing a little bit of piping. Oh, can we not figure it out? Oh no, we're confused.
Okay, this is working.
It looks like your icing sugar is smoking over in the corner.
Do you want to put some of the food colouring into this icing sugar as well?
Yeah, why not?
Oh, we've got our first.
This isn't food colouring, but we'll do that.
Is this not food colouring?
No.
What is it?
We have a circle. I don't know what the plan is here, but it's a circle and it's a nice circle.
We're making our own piping bag.
Oh, I like that. Very inventive. Taking advantage of the fact the other team stole all your piping bags in the card challenge we had earlier. It's actually working. I'm shocked.
You snip this bit.
I'm waiting for this.
Pipe, all right?
Oh.
No. Okay.
Oh. Icing sugar. Where are we going to put this? That's what I want to know.
Cupcakes, I reckon.
I mean.
Oh my God, what's happening?
Okay,
so rising.
Yeah, I think it's the more icing sugar the better.
We're just trying to get that icing on at this point. We're not going for beauty. Just get it on there.
Well, that was good, Liv.
Like something.
But you do that.
We're going with it looks like something.
Okay. And then we've got 1 minute 37 to wax some chocolate marshmallows.
Oh, that took them a while. Oh, it goes flying.
The things on top.
And apparently we're turning up.
Yeah.
You know what?
That's pretty cool. Whereabouts do you want some of this red?
Just
where you fancy it. I'll let you have some liberty.
I like it.
Give me some creative control.
Not gonna lie, that one looks actually way better than everything else.
Oh, are we going to taste test it? Make sure it's not poisonous. I'm loving how both of these are looking. They look. Oh, we have the red. Oh wow. I love that.
How much time have we got?
Right, we have just 20 seconds left.
What are you doing?
I hope we're all ready.
We're going to write
We have marshmallows, chocolate chips, cake toppers, and frosting on the red team.
Help me.
Almost 10 seconds left. So get ready for a countdown.
Is it worse?
And it is 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Icing down, decorations down. Your time is up. Take that topper out. I saw that.
Really nice.
Come on.
I don't know what you're on about.
Nothing happened?
No.
Okay. I suppose nothing happened.
Oh, there's actually stuff around.
Oh my God. I am looking at these cupcakes and they look absolutely stunning. Oh, you have anything to say?
So we took
Would you like to
inspiration.
describe?
We took inspiration from Vincent van Gogh, his lovely abstract art that he encompasses.
Ah, yes.
And we thought we would go for a chaos kind of vibe, where we just kind of threw everything on the cupcakes.
I think you also threw everything on the table.
And the table too. Yeah, it was really like a whole artistic point that we were trying to make here, reference to abstract things and stuff.
They do look good. I'm going to go
Thank you.
find out what the red team has to say about their cupcakes.
Yep.
So, red team, anything you'd like to say about these stunning cupcakes? How did you get to this?
Well, we put the icing on, and then we put the marshmallows on.
And then we put the chocolate chips on. Complicated, I couldn't have done it myself. I do believe I need to try them now. I'm going to go back to the yellow team and I'm going to suffer with their creation first. Wow, this is just dripping absolutely everywhere. Okay.
Bon apple teeth.
Honestly, not bad. I can't.
Oh, what's happened?
I don't know, but something's wrong.
Why? What tastes wrong?
Is it too strong?
It tastes like soap. Oh. I don't know, there must be too much of flour, I'm guessing.
No.
My hand. Wow.
That's not good.
It's a lovely cupcake, I will say.
Better luck next time.
Yeah,
guys.
That's not. You still got yours to go. So I'm going to take it. Now, this is not an edible cake topper. So, just
Can you put them on?
all right. Oh, I'm losing.
I don't know. I think we might have done it.
Well, that's something. I don't know how it's chewy. I'm trying to understand how it's chewy.
It's more like a brownie.
Yeah, it's like a brownie. Honestly, I would agree. It tastes more like a brownie.
It's not what we were making.
I quite like that. Yeah, but it is not what we're making, I have to say. Now, yellow team, yours looks spectacular and quite a mess, and certainly made a mess of my floor. Red team, yours looks good, tastes good, but it's a brownie, not a cupcake. Which to choose? I'm gonna have to go with red team's brownie cupcake. I'm sorry. So congratulations to the red team. And remember, all of this frosting fueled fun is part of our live stream supporting the EHE Rare Cancer Charity. If you haven't already, please donate using the link on screen or in the description below. From all of us here in the studio, thank you for watching and thank you for donating. Back to you in Studio 1. Bye! Bye!
Bye-bye.
Congratulations to both teams. Those cupcakes looks delicious. And a special shout out to the winning team.
Yep, and if you didn't feel like donating before, surely those cupcakes sweetened the deal.
Well, Jacob, if that didn't get them to donate, I don't know what will. Maybe next time you can put some more dad's jokes.
Wow. Okay, joking aside, every penny counts, and a huge thank you to everyone who has contributed to the cause. It truly goes a long way.
And while today's live stream have been amazing, the way you can support EHE don't stop here. There are plenty of opportunities for you to get involved, whether it's hosting your own event or funding new ways to fundraise. Just head to ehercc.org.uk to find out more.
Yep, you'll find a whole list of events and ideas to get you started. Whether it's organising a charity quiz night, a bake sale, or even a sponsored walk, there is something for everyone. And remember, it's not about the size of the event, it's just all about the event, because that's what makes a difference. Every bit counts.
But now, the moment we've all been waiting for it, it's time to reveal how much we've raised today.
All right, drum roll, please. Wow! £1,076!
That
is incredible!
Look at that. That's absolutely amazing. Thank you so much to everyone who has donated.
Yes, incredible. A huge thank you to Hugh, all our guests, the doctors, the patients who shared their stories, and all the fundraisers supporting EHERCC.
You truly made a difference. Thank you.
Thank you very, very much
Thank
from
you.
all of
Goodbye.
us here in the studio. Enjoy the rest of your day.